Hello Earth signs, and welcome to your reading from the 27th of August until the 3rd of September. We're just going to call in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, Light Beings, Spirit Guides, Dragon Collective, Dolphin and Whale Consciousness, and any other collectives who'd like to be part of this reading would be most appreciated. And these are general readings, so parts of them may apply to your situation, other parts may not, or perhaps most of the reading may apply to you. So please, take what resonates and discard the rest. And yes, let's grab some cards now. I'm going to grab Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Here's your first card. And it's none other than the Ten of Pentacles. This is an awesome start. So at the moment it's looking like you are in an abundant sort of situation where you have perhaps family or friends gathered around you, or you certainly perhaps are feeling their energies. It might also be referring to that you're feeling really held by spirit as well. So you could be feeling spiritually connected to your guides, and or perhaps even some ancestors of yours that have passed into spirit. Maybe you're feeling connected to them. There may be issues too that are coming up, ancestral issues, or perhaps, from this current life, but issues from your past that are coming forward now as well to kind of be looked at. But it's like you're dealing with things in a very favourable way now, or you're starting to really shift your frequency up into this sort of abundant frequency, fourth and fifth dimensional frequency here. And the light here is very much looking like that beautiful source connection, and definitely kind of coming into greater awareness of your spiritual self and what that means for you. So that's really lovely, Earth signs. Really great to see. Let's grab another card now, and yes, and this is the Temperance, the art, the art of bringing things into balance, the art of integrating things, of really pulling in your understanding and matching that with your actions. So it's about being in alignment with your thoughts, feelings, and actions. It's about tempering whatever needs to be tempered. So in terms of, you might be feeling that you're, mastering more so now an ability to temper or balance your emotions, perhaps even your thoughts. If perhaps in previous years you've tended to either overanalyze or go into the thought or go into anxiety or stress, you might be sensing now that you are tempering those tendencies. That's just an example. There might be other things that you feel you are bringing into balance, and more in a spirit of self-love, self-care, self-honoring. These are really beautiful, positive cards here for you, Earth signs. Let's continue. So we have a card now for something that sort of happened recently. And the Ten of Cups. Wow. This is a really abundant, uplifting, sort of high frequency reading here for you, Earth signs. This is in the emotional realm. You have come into a greater understanding and awareness of what emotional fulfillment means for you. So it's not just about material abundance. It's about the abundance of the connections that we have with others. It's about our abundance of the love we have for ourselves, as well as the love for others. And it could also be about you feeling emotionally connected to even spirit, spirit guides as well. These people or mer people are under the ocean, because we have the fish swimming around here as well. So it can be also about you finding like-minded people, and this may have happened recently, any of these things we've just mentioned with regard to this card. And yeah, very positive on an emotional level, okay? And the Ten of Pentacles can kind of be referring to practical things as well, like maybe your health and well-being is sort of starting to really lift in frequency, and you're getting sort of greater mastery over that. And with regard to temperance, you're perhaps learning how to, you know, as an example, if you were previously eating lots of junk food, maybe you are naturally tempering that now and you're eating more healthy food, or it might be to do with any, you know, drugs and alcohol. If you felt that you've moved through phases of perhaps relying on those things and now you're relying on them less and you're looking at other aspects of your life to fulfill you. So yeah, let's grab a card. You basically overcome a lot, Earth signs, and you're moving into a really beautiful, positive space at the moment. That's what I'm getting from this reading. And here we have the Knight of Wands. So this is a guard, or like a sentinel in this deck, and he is vigilant, sort of on duty and ready and prepared for whatever needs to be done. Should, you know, things happen. So it's about this, it's energy of readiness. So I think, Earth signs, you're naturally able to, because you're very grounded, you have a really solid foundation from which to respond to things going on around you. And I think this is sort of contributing to this energy from the past that you're bringing forward. And that is that readiness. So you are centered in yourself and you are ready to kind of either go with the flow or to act in a way that's needed. And this is also a card of commitment and devotion as well, okay, responsibility, but also passion and creativity. So it might be about you identifying something that you are creative in, and sort of gathering or marshalling your forces so that you can be ready to embody that creative force, whatever that means for you as well. So this is very positive. That's a very, you know, this is a card of strength, okay, inner strength and readiness and, yeah, dedication. Really lovely. And obviously, if you're coming from a point of abundance now, you're probably going to be feeling like, yeah, I can move in whichever direction I need to move in, okay. So let's grab another card now. And this is we have Boreas, the god of the north wind, and I forget which civilization this was, if it was Greek or Celtic or Norse, I'm not really sure. Sorry about that. But he is mastering challenges, okay, speaking your truth, and being very kind of masterful with regard to your mind and your communication and your ideas and your beliefs and acting in alignment with your truth, okay? So along with your, you know, emotional kind of mastery and abundance and feelings of, you know, peace and harmony here, and feeling supported emotionally on many levels, and with your kind of strength of inner, you know, your inner strength, inner alignment. You know, this is a very masterful energy you're moving into here, Earth signs, okay? And you're going to be sort of speaking your truth, being more authentic, communicating in a way that is really reflective of your soul essence, which is really exciting. Let's grab a card now for an opportunity that might arise. Wow, the Empress. Now, this is I think it's Yamaya. And she's an African goddess, which sort of has to do with, I think it's the ocean and the rivers. And there's a particular river in Africa there where she's associated with. So it's to do with life-giving waters, being creator of life, and that beautiful element of water here. But the Empress is also this embodies the qualities of the earth. So being really connected to nature, connected to source, being very receptive, but also being able to kind of hold space and I guess able to hold space for others, but also for oneself, okay. So it's a very big picture, very understanding, compassionate. It's going to be an opportunity for you, Earth signs, to move into this beautiful Empress energy. And yeah, and also note here how, you know, this is almost like a divine masculine and feminine. So it may even be that you're bringing forward your divine masculine and divine feminine aspects together, which is fantastic. Yeah. Let's grab another card here. And this can be sort of something deeper that you're considering. And yeah, this is the Nine of Swords. So this is actually a situation that something that you could be dealing with sort of on an external level, like in the world around you. And it's sort of like at the moment you might be placed in a situation that's sort of stressful for you. This is a a siren here, or a yeah, anyway, it's a creature that makes a lot of noise. So this person here is like, you know, out there, you know, covering their ears. So this is a screech sort of thing that happens, you know, throughout the night or whatever. So it's like the typical Nine of Swords is, you know, the sleepless night type of image. So if you are dealing with something that you still feel is running in the background, or something you're dealing with, you know, confronted with daily or regularly, it might be that you need to develop some strategies to either move away or from that situation, or to give yourself some respite from it. Okay, and also perhaps some mental strategies of being able to move yourself into a different vibration. Okay, now it's looking like, because of all these masterful energies here and your, you know, spiritual, you know, connection as well, that you are going to be able to move yourself out of that stressful or anxious sort of situation, whatever that is for you. Let's grab a card here and just see what's going on in your environment. I mean, it could be as well that perhaps you have a strong idea of what your high frequency self is, yet perhaps you are dealing with a lot of lower frequency stuff going on around you, okay? And yeah, let's see. Wow, Queen of Swords. So we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Now, this is the Snow Queen, and she is used to dealing with harshness, okay? Harsh, difficult conditions, a little like this here, okay? This is a difficult situation. So she deals with it by, I guess it's to do with aligning, having a strong sense of self, and being able to, I guess, have sort of compassion or a certain understanding or acceptance of the cycles of things, and that there are some things that we can change and some things that we can't. And that the best way forward here is to really focus on the things that you can change in this situation that are going to help. So this is like wisdom and compassion here. And this is in your environment, but it could also be a spirit guide or an aspect of yourself. It may even be an aspect of your higher self that is looking at the bigger picture, and it might be a case of just holding out for a little longer, because sometimes challenges are put in our lives so that we can learn from them. If you feel like you can't learn anything else, you know, or learn anything extra anymore from a situation that you've been in for a long time, then it may be time to sort of resort to some skills of being able to either, you know, change the situation or move away from it regularly or something like that. We've got 2 more cards to go here. Let's grab one which could be a challenge, or it might be a long-term goal. We'll just have a look here. But I mean, you certainly have this beautiful, powerful start to your reading, and it's like you're going to be able to deal with any challenges that come up, and I think you're feeling this inner strength that you have. And here we have the 6 of Swords, and this is a very resourceful merman here. He's tied these swords together, and he's moving. He's having to move, I guess this is in a sort of a playful way, but he's sort of moving from one environment into another. Okay, and this could be what the strategy is here for you in this situation. If this is anxiety provoking or stressful, it might be finding some strategies that you can that can give you time away from this. whether that means using some skills in delegation, organisation, time management, self-belief, and really even honouring of self and giving yourself permission to have time away from that, okay, whatever that is for you. And yeah, to also remember that it's going to be helpful for you to activate your inner child, okay, in order to kind of lift the frequency of this situation. It could be useful to adopt an attitude of sort of play or do something creative or fun, something you love to do, okay, that's going to really help you to shift that. And that can be a great balance to this energy here. This is a very serious type of energy, so it might be great to balance that out with some, you know, some fun stuff, right? So, yeah, whatever resonates. Let's grab the last card here for you, signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And that one has just jumped out across the spread there. And here we have, yeah, this is the Five of Cups, yep. So this here is about these two beings with the seal and the person, and from two different realms, from the sea and from the land here. And they are having to say goodbye because obviously this being here can't live on the land for too long, and you know, the girl can't live in the sea. So she's not actually a mermaid, I don't think. So yeah, and it's about sometimes, you know, it's sort of similar to this energy here, isn't it? Sometimes it's okay, it can be necessary to let go or to say goodbye to something, even if it's just, you know, regularly or infrequently, or maybe it's for a longer period of time. But it's a point of acceptance that sometimes when differences are such, it's like, you know, it's necessary to kind of accept the way things are, which is what we spoke about here with, you know, accept what you can change and what things you can and things you can't. And things you can't change, you need to accept. The things you can change, obviously. And this could even be also about a tendency within you to, or perhaps it's an old paradigm that runs that actually is used to being stressed and overwhelmed. Okay, so it could be that there's a part of your being that really wants to say goodbye to that part of your ego that tends to gravitate towards pain and anxiety and difficult situations, and that really it's time to move into a high frequency realm, which is definitely indicated at the start of your reading here. So I have a feeling this is to do with you having a strong sense of your higher frequency self, and that it's time to step by step activate your Queen of Swords here, and with compassion and care, you know, I guess, comfort your ego, okay? If the seal is your ego and this is you here, you know, to comfort your ego and to sort of say, look, it's okay. Because sometimes we can run this program where we're like, you know, I'm so used to being, you know, stressed and upset and overwhelmed and under the pump and all the rest of it. And then if sometimes an opportunity presents where you don't have to be under the pump, stressed and all that, sometimes you might enjoy it for a while, but then you're like, I've got to go back into the stress and all of the overwhelm and being under the pump. And that's because the brain it's like it runs on chemicals. It can be addicted to that stress. So perhaps this is about you, Earth signs, just being aware of whether or not you might be addicted to stress, you might be addicted to difficult situations, because we can grow up with that too, okay? We think that that's what life is, that life is meant to be really difficult. But it might be that you are just, you know, it might be sad to kind of let go of this part of you, but, you know, here you are activating your inner child and moving into something that's more fun and, you know, more fulfilling. Okay, and easier. So this little sleigh here has made it easier for the merman to, you know, travel over the snow or whatever that is, okay, the ice. Made it easier to traverse what needs to be traversed. And, yeah, and there's also the sorry, the word empowerment's just downloaded here as well. So this is about you empowering and moving into your, this is like the Empress, okay? You are moving into your empowerment. So this greater understanding of your spiritual self is being uplifted, upgraded, ascending. And it's really about you slowly coming to an understanding of that, and to, you know, remain in your, as much as you can, in alignment and in belief that that can be true for you, and that it is true for you, and to really let go of whatever needs to be let go of, which might be to do with your own inner beliefs about how life should be or about what it is, and you know, your own values, attitudes to yourself and to your life in general, if that resonates. Okay, so that's it for the reading for you, Earth signs. But, you know, I feel like you are in this phase here, Temperance. You're kind of doing some waxing and waning. You are really coming into balance here and fine-tuning your, you know, like your higher self, your ego, higher self balance is coming into alignment. And I like to think that, you know, the ego has a dysfunctional aspect to it and a functional aspect, okay? I think the functional aspect of the ego is that part of it, the ego that's more ready, willing and able to work in alignment with the higher self, okay? And then there is the lower, you know, the dysfunctional aspect of the ego that is much more easily convinced, or it's so used to the familiar of, perhaps, you know, if the ego is more, this is more familiar for the ego, then it will try and perpetuate that type of situation. It will try and create a life based on that because it's familiar, okay? But in reality, I think, Earth signs, you're beginning to see at the bigger picture of your soul that this is not necessarily the best reality. It might be a reality that you're in, but you actually have the power to change that. And once again, you know, understanding even within that what you can change and what you can't, okay? And often the things that we can change are, you know, how we respond to things, where we place ourselves, and how our mind-body-spirit complex all works, because we are the drivers of our own mind-body-spirit complex. So that's what I have for you, Earth signs. I hope that's been helpful, and yeah, I look forward to our next reading. In the meantime, have a great day and an awesome week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.